Everyone loves the nice guy, and nice guys always seem to win, right? Not necessarily. Hey there, I'm Jessie, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some habits that nice guys need to stop practicing, okay? So, who exactly is a nice guy? In the most literal sense, a nice guy is someone who is agreeable, kind, compassionate, sensitive, and vulnerable, and those are great qualities to possess. But of course, there's a flip side when people use the term in a negative way. Let me be clear though, this video isn't suggesting that men should go around being rude to everyone, especially women. That's not the message here. What I'm getting at is that there are some behaviours that hold nice guys back and make them finish last. If you've ever wondered why the bad boys often seem to get ahead, then this video might provide you with some insight into why that happens and what nice guys could be doing wrong. So, if you find yourself being labelled as a nice guy by women, but still not getting anywhere in your romantic life, or if you always end up stuck in the friend zone, then this video is definitely for you. Let's dive right into these habits that nice guys need to break. Before we get into the habits, let's take a deeper look at the traits of these so-called nice guys. Nice guys are often those who believe that because they are kind and caring, they'll eventually find deeply fulfilling relationships. They believe that love and happiness will naturally come their way and they'll be truly content. Nice guys often go out of their way to help women, including ones they don't even know, trying to impress them with their acts of kindness. They also tend to avoid conflict and confrontation. If they have differing opinions or see a situation getting tense, a nice guy is likely to just sit back, stay silent, and not rock the boat, not wanting to offend anyone. Another hallmark of the nice guy is that they seek constant approval from others. They are always looking for the right way to do things and struggle with making difficult decisions because they're so focused on pleasing others. And when they do enter relationships, they can often become emotionally dependent on their partners. Does any of this sound familiar? Do you recognize yourself here? Well, it seems this video is meant for you. The first habit that needs to be stopped is being a people pleaser. Let me tell you what I've learned in life. When you're younger, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to make as many friends as possible and doing everything to make everyone happy. But as you grow older, you come to realize that it's impossible to please everyone, and if you try, you'll never be enough for anyone, not even yourself. You'll only end up sacrificing your self-esteem by setting unattainably high standards for yourself. Nice guys need to stop living for the approval of others. They wake up each day thinking about how they can make someone else happy. If you work with a nice guy, you'll often see them going the extra mile to help everyone around them, just to be seen as a good person. But over time, everyone ends up taking advantage of them, and they don't even realize it. They believe that being overly helpful is the only way to gain validation and success. So if you're a nice guy, you need to stop being a people pleaser. I'm not saying that you should never try to make someone happy. There are relationships where this is definitely worth it. For example, you might want to impress your family or partner, and that's fine. However, this habit of feeling like you need to make everyone around you happy, even if they don't have a significant role in your life, has to end. You need to put an end to that. Stop it right there. Before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor, Passion Air, a Ghanaian airline that connects cities within Ghana. If you're planning an adventure or a trip to Ghana, be sure to book your flights with Passion Air for an unforgettable experience. Moving on, the second habit is to stop agreeing with everyone all the time. Now, I'm not telling you to disagree with people just for the sake of it, but it's important to remember that your opinions are valuable too. The way you feel about certain issues matters, and you should feel free to express your viewpoint. You don't have to remain silent or just go along with what others say because you're afraid of causing offence. It's totally okay to disagree, and when you do disagree, it doesn't have to escalate into a full-blown argument. You can disagree respectfully, acknowledging each other's viewpoints without being confrontational. Once you take a stance, stick to it, because many nice guys tend to lack a strong opinion of their own. They tend to be inconsistent. One moment they're here and the next they're somewhere else. It all depends on which group they want to impress or which individual they want to gain favour with. As a man, it's crucial to have your own thoughts, your own stance, and make sure you express them at every chance. This is especially true because there are always other dominant individuals eager to claim that space the moment they step into a room. If you find yourself always agreeing with others, you might be losing your unique identity. One habit that nice guys need to shake off is saying yes to everyone. What I'm trying to highlight is the importance of saying no. Mastering the art of saying no frees you from a multitude of situations that could otherwise hold you back. Here's a typical scenario I've seen repeated time and time again. And if you have a male friend, you've probably heard a similar story. He takes a girl out to a restaurant and she takes full advantage of him, choosing the priciest items on the menu. When the bill arrives, even though he knows he's barely got enough to get himself home, he'll spend his last bit of cash on her extra orders. This leads to one of two outcomes. Either he walks home or he calls a friend to bail him out. This happens all the time. This is something that could have easily been avoided if he had simply learned to say no. Men often feel the need to project strength and toughness, which is understandable. But it's also important to not let being a nice guy lead to your own detriment. If she's ordering more than you can afford, just tell her, "I didn't bring much money today, so if you want extras, you'll have to pay for them." Or simply say, "I can't afford this meal right now, but if you'd like something else on the menu, feel free to choose." If she decides she doesn't want to see you again, then so be it. She's clearly not interested in you, but rather in spending your money, and it's obvious. Let her go. And this principle doesn't apply only to romantic relationships. It's a mindset that should extend to all areas of your life. Don't overthink it. How will they feel? You might worry they'll feel bad if you refuse. Well, too bad. Put yourself first because everyone else is doing the same. Don't think that saying no makes you the villain. In fact, anyone who genuinely values you will understand your reasons if you clearly explain why you can't do something. However, even an explanation is not necessary. Sometimes a firm no will suffice. The key takeaway from all of this is to be able to recognize manipulative behavior. If you can't say no, you'll be easily manipulated by others, whether it's women or anyone you encounter. Before I move to the next point, just a quick reminder. If you'd like to engage with me on this channel, there are several ways you can do so. You can become a member of the channel by clicking the join button below this video. You can also visit my website, jessieos.com, where I post most of what I discuss on this vlog. And if you haven't checked out my merch store yet, make sure to do so below. I have some exciting items for the upcoming summer. Let's get back to the topic. The next point is to set boundaries. Don't let others insult you, disrespect you, or take you for granted. Being nice does not equate to being a pushover. Stand your ground. For instance, if a coworker takes credit for your idea, don't hesitate to confront them. You're not a coward. Let them know you came up with the idea and that they've stolen it, and ensure everyone knows the truth. If a woman agrees to meet you for a date but then doesn't show up, fails to call, or simply ghosts you, it's perfectly fine to call her out. It's rude, and she should know that. The next time you set a date, she'll be less likely to treat you poorly. What people often overlook is that we allow others to treat us the way they do. People will continue to treat you badly if you let them. If you don't stand up for yourself, people will keep taking advantage of you. That doesn't mean you can't still be a nice guy. Just make sure when someone crosses the line with you, you're quick to point it out and let them know you didn't appreciate their behaviour. Even if they don't acknowledge it, they'll at least respect you. The last thing you want is to be someone people walk all over. Be kind, but eliminate those habits that cause others to see you as easy to take advantage of. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.